This is Sports 1440 and the all-new Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Just after 11 o'clock, good morning. Thank you for tuning into Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwell is with you here from the Sports 1440 studios in West Edmonton Mall. If you're stuck in traffic, roads are moving a little bit slowly. Well, hey, we're glad to have you with us. Shout out to everyone else that is streaming on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, or even Twitch. Give us a thumbs up, a like, a subscription. I think Waz from Oilers Nation might have give us a sub on Twitch. Shout out to you guys. Also, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Radio Player Canada, and our website, sports1440.ca. Tons of ways to tune in to the show. And maybe it's like 8 at night right now and you're listening on the podcast. I don't know.
I want to specifically shout out my good friend Evan. If he's tuning in, he became a new subscriber to Sports 1440's YouTube page last night.
Oh, really?
We were out for wings.
You just showed him, hey, it's that easy.
Well, because he works from home a lot and he loves fantasy football. And he's like, how have I not been aware of this? Him and I have been friends for a very long time. We don't see each other super regularly, unfortunately, but he's in. He's fully vested now. He loves it.
So nice that your friends support you.
Yeah, like my good buddy Bryce, always texting in the most thoughtful and kind things to the show.
We appreciate that. The text line is 1-833-401-1440. If anybody does want to reach us that route, you could also, email us, Connor at sports1440.ca, Brandon at sports1440.ca. And we do have quite a few things to talk about. Of course, Thursday Night Football. It's not Monday. My bad.
Thank goodness it's not Monday.
Bucs and Falcons. It's a Bucs life taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons, I heard you discuss them, and it's true. Like, there might not be a more frustrated fan base with all the talent that they have, and it's just not working.
It doesn't make any sense.
It hasn't worked for a while. And, when Arthur Smith was there, I was probably the biggest hater. Like, get Kyle Pitts out of there. Get Drake London out of there. But, and they passed on some good coaches. Like, they missed really good coaches out there.
Was Belichick not very closely tied to them, but he wanted to basically also be the GM, and they're like, no, you be the coach. We have a GM.
I mean, was that the thing?
Was that the sticking point? He wanted more control, and they're kind of like, no, we want you to be the coach.
I don't remember that.
That's how my memory remembers that little interaction, because he was down there visiting. But you talk about passing up coaches, are they going to be in the market for another one? Do you think Raheem Morris's seat is very warm?
I think it should be. I mean, the saving grace is that, for a lot of this season, is that they were still in the hunt in that division. And nobody ran away with it.
So is that going to be enough to save Mike Tomlin?
Well, I mean, I tell you this. I think that if the Steelers fire Mike Tomlin, and I do believe coaches have a shelf life, not next year, but the following year, he could be like Vrabel, go to a team and just be like, okay, well, let's get things turned around a little bit here. Let's go to a team that has the quarterback position set and actually have some success there. Because since Big Ben was 38, their quarterback position in Pittsburgh's been an absolute joke.
The last couple of years of Big Ben were not pretty,
and maybe he is partly to blame for that. They did draft Kenny Pickett. I didn't think that was a particularly strong quarterback draft to go for it there, but maybe some of that falls on him. You could say that, but I do think there is a shelf life on head coaches. He's been there for a long time, The grass isn't always greener, though. So I am intrigued to see what the Pittsburgh Steelers do. The hashtag fire Tomlin thing. We'll wait and see. RBS says the Steelers will never fire Tomlin. He has to leave, or he'd have to leave. One more thing here before we really dig into the inbox here. You guys were talking about it a little bit. Someone put a cricket sound thing in the studio here. I just heard it.
Yeah.
Objectively, hilarious prank.
Really good prank.
I don't think, Low Tide and Gregor are going to find it funny. I don't think Carius found it funny. But me personally,
I think
quite funny.
I think Carius found it funny because he is Kevin is so singularly focused that in the middle of he only heard it 1 out of every 5 times.
That's it.
The rest of the time he was oblivious to it, and so it didn't really bother him or interrupt his process of hosting the show this morning.
Well, I mean,
I think I heard it every time.
Where have we looked? Because we got a box of cameras down here.
We've looked.
There's a box by your feet,
behind the TVs, on the speakers on the wall, some of the the window sills, the sound deadeners on the wall behind us. Josh and Kevin did a quick little spin and through a couple commercial breaks, but we haven't been entirely thorough yet.
I'm curious.
Kevin or Josh also checked the paper towel box here on the desk.
Okay. Maybe they implanted it into you or something.
I swallowed it. They put it in my wings last night somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be that's a way better prank.
I'm curious because I want to Google what these things look like. What are we looking for?
Someone sent in a picture. It's it's the size the back of my mouse here that covers the battery.
Yeah.
It's that big. It's not like the size of a penny, but it's also it'd be tough to pick it out just by scanning the room.
All right. Well, I mean, we need a full sweep. Sam, you're not going home early today, buddy. We're gonna have to have you on Cricket Watch and find out where this thing is located. If you guys hear it in the background, sorry about that. I mean, it's really not much. Cat Dad just sent in a picture. Okay, it is quite tiny. All right. Well, we'll do our best to track it down. Too bad it didn't give off heat. We could bring in an infrared camera and track it down. But I like this. I might spend the 2 hours in between Gregor and our show looking for it. It's fun. Text rolling in here. Slurpy Sean says, how do we feel about Isaiah Likely this week? I likely don't want to play any Raven player this week. But that's just because the Ravens have been, as of late, not exactly the best group. Now, just quickly one back on the cricket. Do we know how often it goes?
It's random, seemingly random. We wonder if it might be a kind where it has a remote or an app connected or something, so they can just send it fired off whenever they want.
Yeah. I mean,
I doubt they would do that. I'm less sold on that notion. I think it's probably on just some random timer built into the device itself.
Yeah.
Because I think the other version of it would be more expensive, and I wonder if that's worth it for this prank.
When you guys were talking about it, did Laddie say, let's go fight them?
Yeah.
I mean, that they've
waged war.
Terry's big.
Oh yeah. Pete, not
so much.
But he's stout.
And I don't think
he'd be scrappy, I bet.
I don't think Todd gives a damn, to be honest with you.
I doubt Todd.
I don't think he cares. So I think if you bring in Eddie and Laddie and Schlemmer, you guys just march that studio. Where is it? I mean, you could handle this.
Yeah, we bully it out of them.
We'll call Sean Brown
style.
Or maybe. Well, I don't want to wait till January, but then if TR's here, we get TR to come in. TR's a fighter.
True.
On and off the ice. I don't know about off the ice, actually. But on the ice, he was. It is the Bengals as the opponent for Isaiah Likely. So maybe I wouldn't expect too much. It's a good matchup, but I don't know. I'd hope you could have a better option potentially. Even Mark Andrews might be the better option. I guess they kind of could go week to week on which one is the better player there. Bird texting in, Sam hit it. It's an in-house prank.
That'd be a great.
Oh
Sam's last week. Prank, senioritis.
Yeah. Sam, was it you? He's shaking his head. Was not Sam. That would be funny, though. I had a message from my buddy DeLuca. He sent it to me last night, and he said, maybe you guys can answer this tomorrow on the show. Do I start Mike Evans tonight or leave him on the bench? He's got Lad McConkey, Fuka Nakua, who I think he'd probably want to keep. And then his flex spot would be Tony Pollard, who did have a big week last week.
Yeah. And that is a tough one. Well, maybe you're a Chargers insider. Lad McConkey, it's been pretty sporadic. He's found the end zone a little bit here and there, but the Chargers pass game has not been the most lethal with the O-line problems that they're enduring, right? So if I'm in this stage of the season, it's first week of playoffs, am I interested in Mike Evans over Lad McConkey right now? I think I might be.
I kind of am, to be honest with you. Yeah. And Lad's got the questionable status as well. And the thing with him is the longer Herbert can buy time, I think the more deadly Lad can become because high IQ player
find open spaces, find soft
comes back
spots,
to his quarterback, and Herbert just does not have time. So honestly, I kind of lean that way, Dave, if you're listening. And I might be starting Baker Mayfield and Herbert tonight in one of my playoff games because, I mean, if he gets, he might be getting a couple players back, actually. So if Mike Evans is one of them, I might lean that way. Michael says, it would be pretty hilarious if whoever added that cricket noise started adding one every day until the end of the year, and then you got used to it, and then it disappeared for the first 6 or 8, maybe 10 months, then reappeared.
Like a Pavlov's dog sort of situation. We just get used to it, and now all of a sudden it'll go off, and we instinctively want a candy or something.
That'd be interesting. I don't know. Like it's a fun game. I like I said, good prank.
Very low stakes. Like apart from some mental aggravation and like it's not loud enough to really interrupt whatever show's on, even if the mics are on in here.
Yeah.
So, but loud enough you can still hear it, whether we have our headphones on or especially if we're in a break. Yeah, it's interesting. I'll be honest, there was a moment during the morning where because Kevin was complaining he got a new update on his phone and he doesn't like it. Kevin's not the most tech savvy guy.
Is he Apple?
He's the first to admit it. Yeah.
Oh, Ashley hates that new update.
I thought it might be somehow through this update, like Kevin's notifications became a cricket sound, and he just didn't know it and couldn't turn it off. But we've determined that it is not the case. Most recently by the fact Kevin is gone and we can still hear it.
Bryce says if you do need some muscle for this cricket incident, one of Brandon's good buddies was called John Wick in junior hockey.
That's Bryce trying to talk about himself. He claims his nickname was the Boogeyman in junior B.
Really?
I don't know if anybody ever called him that except himself. But hey, Bryce had a pretty solid junior B in the Heritage League career with the Stettler Lightning.
Baba Yaga? Was that what it was?
Baba Yaga.
That's the man they sent to kill the Boogeyman. That was your nickname, I bet.
No, my nickname
Bryce was the Boogeyman.
My nickname was the Gravedigger.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. You dug graves and other things.
Put him down.
You put him down. You were like the monster truck. Good old Gruff says, "Are you sure it wasn't AJ?"
AJ and us have a pretty good relationship. I don't know if he'd be as keen on something like that. To me, it is obviously Terry and Pete because they love getting under Kevin's skin. They live for it.
Yeah. Like, I don't think there's any reason AJ would with CFCW. We talk sports. We talk Jays. I think you should leave. He gets our references. So, I can't see it being him. There's really just two culprits, I suppose. And it's the K97 morning show. Hypothetically, we find it was them. If anybody has any good prank suggestions, they don't have access to this inbox. You can let us know, 1-833-401-1440. How do we get them back? I think we have some good ideas. I mean, we have like a roster of professional athletes on this show. All those guys do is prank. So there might be some revenge. They might have started something here. And we got a deep roster. They have 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
We got 4 people in the studio right now.
Yep.
This is like the movie 300. They're the Spartans, I guess.
And we're the Persians.
Yeah, we just got a loaded roster.
People love to talk about that. And obviously, the movie 300, the story, of course, of Thermopylae, how the Spartans stood up for they still lost.
Yeah. Don't forget.
They just prolonged it despite being heavily outnumbered.
Good movie.
I don't actually think I've ever seen the movie. I just know the story from history.
You should watch it. Like it's
Leonidas.
Yeah. King Leonidas. This is Sparta kicks the guy into the hole. It's a good movie. And then even how it ends, you're jazzed up for the sequel, which I never saw.
The sequel,
301.
The spoiler alert called History.
Yeah. Well, you can go, I mean, hey, people watch the Titanic, right? People just want a good story. Scambro Sparky says, hey, guys, looking for advice. Igbuka or Wilson from the Cardinals this weekend? Michael Wilson. I saw the meme was when they decide to throw to him, he's Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
But that's the problem.
Number one, full PPR, non-quarterback last week. That was our trivia on the show this morning for the first round gift card. Outperformed even Jahmyr Gibbs by 2.2 points. Had a ton of grabs, 150 plus yards, couple scores. He was a beast. He's been a real bright spot in Arizona. And I think as Marvin Harrison Jr. is still expected out, I haven't checked any injury reports in that neck of the league yet this week. I think he's a very viable option. And Ibuka, he lit the world on fire first few weeks. Everybody was ready to crown him rookie of the year, all this stuff. It's not been super effective and listen, the Bucs team has struggled. I mean, they lost to Saints last week, for goodness sakes. But I think I might be leaning Wilson here.
I don't think that's a bad idea. The problem with this one is it's a short week for the Bucs, and we don't know, And
if Mike add for Ibuka's production?
I think it's good
because
personally.
all of a sudden one more weapon about defenses to worry about creates a little more space for Ibuka, and he, in theory, Ibuka should have had a good week, had the targets, but a couple drops. He should have had a surefire touchdown, which was near the end of the game. Could have been the Buccaneers in winning or not. And it kind of he just goes up for it and it threw his hands at the top of it. He high points the ball. Uncharacteristic for him in his very young NFL career still. But the Wilson thing, the Cardinals are in Houston, so tough matchup.
Yeah, no doubt.
And the Texans, everybody talks about the front, obviously, and physicality, but that secondary is as good as it gets too. So I actually think I might have just talked myself out of it, changed my mind. I think I might be going Emeka.
So
Ibuka.
The defensive matchup plays a big role into it. You're right. Marvin Harrison, as of yesterday, did not practice with a heel injury. So we'll see. For the Bucs tonight, now I'm not sure how to read this. Mike Evans, questionable. Jalen McMillan, questionable, which is probably a good sign. Cade Otton, doubtful. Not great with a knee injury. Baker Mayfield practiced all week. He's good to go. If you have a dash with your game status, that means you're good to go, I think. There's no status there. So Chris Godwin, although he's been limited in practice with a fibula injury, he's good to go. So the attack, all of a sudden, you're down Cade Otton. That's not ideal, but that's okay. The passing attack is where we thought it would be. Bucky Irving, going to be good to go. I think I got to go Baker Mayfield over
Jay Herbs.
My buddy Dave, just one more text, says Purdy or Baker. So Baker tonight, short week against the Falcons.
Niners off a bye against Tennessee. I think I'm going Brock Purdy.
I think that's probably a pretty good pick. We'll take a break. When we come back, more text, 1-833-401-1440. We're going to look for this grasshopper thing during the break. Wish us luck. It is Fantasy Frenzy on Sports 1440, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and Twitch, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
At GS Construction, we focus on building a culture of collaboration, innovation, and respect. Our teams work together, supporting one another and striving towards shared goals. We're committed to creating a work environment that empowers individuals, values teamwork, and ensures everyone feels respected and safe. With decades of experience in the field, GS Construction prioritizes our people, our culture, and safety. This is what makes us unique. To find out more, go to gsconstruction.ca.
I'm Colin Livingston, president of Cantor, proudly delivering world-class hydraulic torque wrenches in Canada since 2016. I'm thrilled to announce our in-house production of tool components and accessories for faster turnarounds and enhanced versatility. The future is here at Cantor.com.
And here comes Action Electrical Service Team sprinting onto the scene. These are your first responders for any electrical emergency.
That's right. With their fleet of service vans and specialized gear, they assess, they service, and maintain electrical lighting and automation systems. They're all about rapid response.
Quick diagnostics and repairs to restore power and safety fast. Hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net. I'm making my list, checking it twice. And guess what? I'm giving Will Hawk beef jerky to everyone, naughty and nice. Because honestly, everyone deserves a taste of Alberta's finest, no matter if they've been bad or good. So this holiday season, skip the chocolates and pass on the turkey. Make sure you're Will Hawking around the Christmas tree with Alberta's best beef jerky. Ho, ho, ho!
Call to place your pre-order today at 780-986-2537.
Aloha, Edmonton. It's back. Century Vision Care's 4th annual Maui Christmas event on Friday, December 12th from 9 to 5. Century Vision Care, Edmonton's biggest Maui gym retailer, is bringing the island spirit to your holiday shopping. Enjoy in-house savings on all prescription and non-prescription Maui gyms, plus giveaways, prizes, snacks, and beverages all day. Same-day eye exam appointments are available, and they direct bill most insurance plans, but spots are filling fast. Get ahead on your Christmas list and treat yourself to a new pair of Maui gyms. Visit Century Vision Care on Instagram.
December Oil Kings hockey at Rogers Place. Family fun that's second to none, starting at just $20 a seat.
Family Fun Sunday, your Edmonton Oil Kings face the Brandon Wheat Kings. Enjoy the Kids Fun Zone, face painting, and bouncy castles.
Have your photo taken with Santa on the concourse and receive a printed copy with a donation to Santa's Anonymous.
Plus, there'll be a pregame mini locker room sale just in time for the holidays.
Oil Kings, Wheat Kings, photos with Santa, 4 p.m. this Family Fun Sunday.
Great seats at Rogers Place start at only $20 at oilkings.ca.
Do you sit around at work listening to sports radio all day? That's right, my friend. There's no it's the good life. And we're not here to snitch. Say, if your company advertised on Sports 1440, you could be the one listening for your company's ad every day. Now you've got an excuse to listen to Sports 1440 all day. It's part of the job. Sounds like someone's getting a promotion. Email Gregor at sports1440.ca and let's get to work for you.
This is Andrew Walker, host of the postgame show on Sports 1440. After every hockey game this season, tune in and chime in as we talk about the game. It's all sponsored by Legacy Heating and Cooling. Don't get left in the cold. Visit legacyheating.ca.
I'm Saxon, and this is my little sister Goldie. I'm Goldie, and this is my little sister Saxon. Wait a minute. I'm the big sister around here.
And I'm Rick Showers from Noble RV, and these are my granddaughters. They like to help with the holiday commercials. It's sort of a tradition in our family. And since they moved from Australia to Nashville, we get to see them more than ever.
It's nice to live in the same hemisphere with Grandma and Papa.
That's right, Saxon. And at Noble, the holidays are all about family. And really, that's what camping is all about, too.
Maybe I should come work for you at your store, Papa. I can make the Goldie cakes.
Maybe in a few years.
Papa says used RVs are way better than new RVs.
That's right, Saxon. You learn quickly. So what do you have to say to all the people listening on the radio?
Happy Christmas to everyone in Canada.
And that's NobleRV.ca. You haven't set your lineup yet, right? It's Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:25. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick just left the studio, but he'll be back. Sam as well. The show is brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Check them out online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc, but you can place an order as well at their website, willhawkbeefjerky.com. We do have Evan in the chat on YouTube. Dude, I don't know if you want to open it up and say hello.
Double shout out to my boy Ev.
At least go give us a like. My buddy Dave's in there as well. Please hit that like button. I really don't know how much it's going to help us, but
we need all the help
we're told we need likes. We have a quota we have to get to. Bryce says, just so you know, those cricket things can look like key fobs as well. I mean, we put all our storage onto one side of the room here. Process of elimination. But I wonder if like the, radio studios do have this like sound insulation. Is that working against us here?
Yeah. It's hard to pinpoint where it's coming from.
What did you say? It's coming from inside the studio. For those of you who are just tuning in, someone might have pranked the Sports 1440 studio with a Cricket sound maker machine and device, and we can't find it. So if at one point we just stop talking and you hear panic behind the mic, that's us looking for where that sound might have
we'll
came
hear
from.
it and then think we know where it is and scramble to try and locate
it. We'll do our best. Again, text lines 1-833-401-1440. Michael says, take a can of shaving foam and freeze it and then put it inside their locker or their shoes where they're convertible with the top is down.
So not really a wintertime prank.
No. Well, I'll just put it in the studio. Hey, guys. From Cole the Plumber. Need to start one. Ladd, DK, or Terry. Also choosing between Warren and Kincaid. Thoughts? Well, Ty Warren is potential Phillip Rivers. And the best tight end to quarterback combination of all time is Rivers to Gates.
But Connor Halley himself yesterday afternoon sitting at the bar said, I don't think I can start Tyler Warren this week.
I did. But I have George Kittle.
Despite Connor's huge push in support of Phil Rivers becoming the new quarterback of the Colts, he's not even willing to start his top target in fantasy football.
Because I think he's going to just run the ball. I think Jonathan Taylor's the biggest
benefactor
of this one. Now, I also, in one league, picking up Phillip Rivers, CB Radio. Probably going to start him next week, to be honest with you.
In
the consolation
in the losers bracket.
Yeah. Phil's going to guide us to victory.
We're still going for it. I like that.
We're just going to have some fun with it.
I think Kincaid is the easy choice here. The uncertainty around, we don't really know what Phil's going to look like in this offense just yet. Kincaid, like his absence from the Bills offense is so evident. Both him and Knox were nails last week. I think Kincaid's still the better pass catcher overall. So I think that's the route there. On the receiver side, we kind of talked a little bit about this earlier this week with the DK Metcalf situation. Was this Rodgers figuring out how to best use his top weapon as a receiver, or was this the aberration where Metcalf goes off for 100 plus yards, a handful of catches? Personally, I'm banking on DK duplicating this. I'm leveraged, like he's a guy that I need to perform well to have success in my personal fantasy league this week, and as a result, I'm confident that that DK can run it back again. Well. Here he is, the culprit himself. Wow, good looking earlier, Josh.
Underneath one of the TVs.
Yeah.
Josh, we thought looked all over the place. Now, here's the question. Is that going to return on Monday?
Don't bring it in tomorrow because Kevin's not here. So it'll just be torturing me personally.
Me and you.
Josh is going to be in studio as well. Carius and Eddie on location down at CCT World of Golf. I would like to see it return, and now Josh and I being in on the joke, even if Terry hides it in a different place, whatever. Because like I said, they live to torture Kevin.
But also, in my own defense, he had it backwards on the TV. It was just black on one side, so it went in.
I wonder how it stuck there.
It must have a magnet.
He's also
but TV's
way
ruined
taller than all of us. We can't.
Yeah.
Josh was on chairs over here earlier.
Yeah, but like, I'm just not as tall as Terry. He could have hidden it in a corner that my short little eyes couldn't see.
It's okay, but a great prank, and glad to know that we were not misguided in our accusations of who was responsible.
Yeah. That was Terry Evans. We're referencing from K97's morning show, who came in here and had a little grin on his face as we just stopped and looked at him.
The legend.
Everyone knew what was going on. All right. Well, appreciate the content.
Another mystery solved by the Hardy Boys in here.
What do they say? Sports 1440, where dreams come true.
That's right.
I would also go with Kincaid because over Warren. Warren's also getting the Seattle Seahawks. Kincaid gets the Patriots, but I think there's a higher floor there with Dalton Kincaid in this one. Although I'm fully on board. I cannot wait to watch Phillip Rivers get that start under center. Just talking smack, chirping the Seahawks linemen who are probably licking their chops. And then the receiver one, you're going with DK. Yeah, I think so. I can't go with Terry McLaurin. He's hurt me too many times, and I just think the situation with the Chargers offensive line, Chris Jones, who I know they like to line up all over the field, just put him over center and let him destroy Bradley Bozeman. Like Justin Herbert's going to be running for his life, I think, in this one, which worked okay against the Eagles. Old man Rivers will be in a body bag by half. MTR, that's just crazy talk. That's crazy talk. He's one of the toughest son of a guns you'll meet out there.
Dadgummit.
You think that's a good blitz, Rolando? He'll just be talking smack. Who's the stud on that Seahawks defense?
Byron Murphy.
Maybe he'll be the rookie, second-year player.
Yeah,
maybe that's the guy he's going to start talking
Murphy,
to.
Watherspoon.
He's just going to be getting him with the hard count. Green 80, hut, and then he'll jump, and then he'll just yell at them.
Got you, Murphy.
Camero Sparky says, "Thank you guys for answering. You're the best. Love the show." I didn't have to read those parts, but I will pump up the brand just a little bit. Trevor says Mahomes or Mayfield. Also Knicks or Dart or Purdy.
The second one's easy. I'm taking Brock Purdy.
Good matchup.
The first,
but will they just run the ball the whole game?
I think they'll screen the ball. And guess what? Those count for passing yards.
That's true.
What was the first one?
Mahomes or
Mahomes? Ooh. Chiefs play the Chargers?
Yeah. In KC.
We talked about this yesterday. I think their playoff chances being so diminutive at this point. This is not a team that's going to go quietly into the night. I think guys like Mahomes, you mentioned Chris Jones on the defensive side, Travis Kelce, who had a really rough go with some drops last week. And Andy Reid is the coach. Until they have the little E beside their name in the standings, they're going to keep thinking they can make a playoffs and then use their championship pedigree to make a run. So I think I'll take Mahomes here. He's actually, fantasy numbers have been pretty good this year. He's got some different weapons now. Rashee Rice back, Worthy, Thornton as some deep threats, even if they're not utilized super regularly. I'll take Mahomes.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm gonna go with Mayfield and hope we just find him popping off. The difference between these two at the end of the week could be 2 or 3 points. Yeah. I think it could be close, but I'm gonna go with Baker Mayfield at home, short week with a rejuvenated offense, getting guys healthy. But I would not hold it against you if we went with Mahomes in this one. Chargers defense coming off a game in which they played pretty good. They brought in that OA guy from Baltimore at the edge. He's been pretty good for them. So hopefully he can get some pressure. But we'll have to see too, because the Chiefs line banged up as well, right? They were down 3 starters in that last game. So against a really good Texans defense, we saw how it worked out. Chargers defense is not the Houston Texans defense, but it has been one of the better groups in the NFL at times if they can not get dominated on the line of scrimmage. So we will see. Nail says just about a little revenge prank. If you freeze a package of crab meat, split the top, you don't need to ruin the vehicle. They'll find it later. You could put it in a vented container and stick it beside the jack. All the fun and no damage. Probably won't find it until the summer. Do you got any crab meat, Duke?
None lying around.
Should go find it. We'll go to TNT and
get a real crab.
Yeah, we'll put live crabs in their studio.
Just scuttling around everywhere. Don't get too close. They'll get you.
Yeah, pinchers, they'll get you. MTR says every time the Niners run the ball, they pass. And every time they should run, they pass. And every time they should pass, they run. So I expect Purdy to have 25 to 30 attempts. Well, maybe they'll get the lead and just coast. Got a couple of running backs, I think, that could probably handle that. Did you want to do the $50 gift card to first round today, or should we save that for tomorrow?
Let's save it for tomorrow.
We'll save it for tomorrow. So tomorrow, we'll give away a $50 gift card to the first round downtown location is where you'll have to go pick it up. We'll make it very simple. That's what we like to do here. Nothing too serious when it comes to the first round giveaways. Oilers in action tonight. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about that. Taking on the Detroit Red Wings, who played last night. Similar to what the Buffalo Sabres did. Will the Oilers take advantage? We'll see in about 8.5 hours. But we'll talk about that next. Sorry, 7.5 hours. We'll talk about that next year. It's Fantasy Frenzy brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Excavators, loaders, lifts, compaction equipment, and more. Find the XCMG construction equipment you need. Available for rental or sale at Japa Machinery Group. Japa, helping build Alberta from the ground up for 50 years. Visit japamachinery.com.
Looking for the perfect gift? Give the gift of great taste with a Loca Quality Market gift card. Redeemable at any Loca Quality Market or Loca operated restaurant. It's a treat for food lovers. Ready anytime. Grab yours today at loca.ca.
At Papa John's, our butter chicken pizza is a Canadian favorite, and we think we know why. We start with a velvety, tangy, and subtly sweet sauce. Then it's our better ingredients: fresh, never frozen original dough, juicy grilled chicken, and crunchy green peppers and onions. Sounds delicious, right? Well, wait till you try it. It's butter chicken made better. Order your large butter chicken pizza today for only $19.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Proudly locally owned and operated.
Across the province, Albertans are taking their shot on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code Gregor50. That's code Gregor50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. In the new year with Canadian country legend, December 31st, in concert at the Silent Ice Center in Nisku. Brett Kissel. She drives me crazy. With special guests Haley Benedict and Morgan Clyburn. Bring your friends, your cowboy boots, and your party spirit for a night full of hits, celebration, and unforgettable memories. Hosted by Chris Sheets. The countdown to 2026 starts with Brett Kissel live on stage. Get your tickets now at silenticeCenter.com/events.
At Fountain Tire, get up to 15% off select tires, up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires, and $50 off $150 service until December 13th. Restrictions apply. Book today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Sleep is for the off-season. What off-season? Sports 1440 is live, loud, and locked 24/7. Oilers, Elks, Riverhawks, Stingers, Oil Kings. We've got your picks. Edmonton's home for sports is Sports 1440.
The wrapping paper is coming off. The gift box is opening, and the crowd goes wild.
When they want sports in their stocking, you'll find gifts that score big at St. Albert's Source for Sports. Jerseys and accessories, baseball, bikes, all kinds of skates, and everything hockey. It's all here, alongside expert advice from pros who know sports. Put the best sports brands under the tree for less with St. Albert's Source for Sports, your source for hockey and the best sports gifts for over 35 years.
If you're selling a vehicle, Sherwood Honda really wants to get your goat. We mean greatest offer of all time. Consign with Sherwood Honda, and they can sell your vehicle for you. All breeds, makes, and models, not just Hondas. You can let Sherwood Honda lock horns with those tough negotiators, and you'll reach the interested buyers that flock to Sherwood Honda every day. Sherwood Honda's the GOAT of selling vehicles, including yours. So someone Sherwood... Sherwood.
Every coach needs a game plan. Plan your fantasy frenzy with Halley and Douglas right here on Edmonton's Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
$11:40. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas with you here today. We've also got Sam Wilness and Josh Fenwick, who I think ran out to start his car because it is cold outside, and the snow was coming down as I was driving in as well.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I was up so early. Like, so Benny woke up at.
Yeah, you beat me to the retweet.
Yeah, I know.
Of the Carrier Show lineup this morning from the 1440 account.
I was lurking. So like 5:30, he wakes up. So before Ashley went to work, I went outside and shoveled at like 6 o'clock. I don't know if that's a faux pas or not. If maybe the neighbors are like, because it makes noise, right? 6 o'clock,
not much.
Like I'm not mowing the lawn,
but how much are you grunting when you're shoveling?
Oh yeah, just guttural noises.
Then people are looking at like pulling down their blinds, looking through, like what is going on out there, and they just see you shoveling, and then all of a sudden you're just laid down on the driveway.
Well, the thing is, I didn't want Ashley to drive on the snow on the driveway.
Then it's just harder to shovel,
which now is a moot point because it's snowing right now, and she's going to beat me home, and she's not going to get out and shovel it. So
wow,
it's going to be tire tracks. Our sidewalks suck right now. I feel like the weather has not been an ideal combination. Like it kind of melted.
Oh,
and then,
the
like,
parking lot here
again.
at the mall is like you're driving across a cobblestone street.
Yeah,
it's ugly.
It's ugly out there. So, anywho, stay warm. Turn those lights on if it is still snowing out there.
Yeah, I actually meant to schedule a start on my truck at like 10 o'clock, split the day up from when I got here to when I'm leaving. I forgot.
Oh.
So, fingers, maybe I'll try right now. Just make sure right now.
Yeah, I might do that around 1. MTR says McCaffrey's yards per carry stinks this year. O-line hasn't been great blocking, and the Titans have Simmons. Yeah, Simmons is a absolute stud. Also follows it up with saying it's sunny on the West End. Okay, well, that's good. We have no way to tell.
We're blocked in here.
Illegal from Scuffs Darren. 7 a.m. till 10 p.m. to shovel and cut grass. City bylaw. Oh, no. I admitted to it.
Con man.
Well, you know what? It might have been 701, actually, if I go back and look at it. Stiglo says, as long as it doesn't have an engine, I think you're good. I lived downtown for years. Guys with those stupid backpack mowers were out at like blowers. Yeah, I have no mower.
Good news, my truck has started successfully.
All right. Good news coming up next. It's the Lowdown with Low Tide. They'll be joined by Bag Milk. Maybe they'll have a Red Wings reporter on. You guys had Helene on earlier?
Yes. Great guest. Very insightful.
She's a great beat reporter.
Yeah, not with the team right now. Didn't come on this road trip, but
it's too cold.
All the same. So you think I felt bad because we had Cheryl Pounder on this morning. She's in town for the rivalry series game. She's like, yeah, I'm just here in downtown Edmonton, enjoying a coffee and thinking about how cold it is here right now.
She's probably staying at the J-Dub.
She said the Westin.
Oh, that's a bit of a walk.
Well, and because the rest of the crew that are there to here doing the rivalry game or series, they're going to the Oilers game tonight, she said. So it's like, yeah, it's not really far, but it's far enough that it's going to be pretty cold to walk to the rink.
Yeah, I would agree with her. 2 to 6, Gregor Show. We'll have Landon Ferraro to preview the Oilers game, our pre- and post-game analyst. We've got David Owens from Sherbrooke Liquor. We'll also have Ansar Khan from M Live.
Nice.
We've got Real Talk Ralph. Real Talk Raph from Roto Baller Radio weekday mornings on Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio.
Wow, Real Talk Raph.
I don't know his last name.
Raph. He doesn't need a last name. He's the Raph man.
Raph man. We'll hear comments from the Oilers, of course, and then Spec will be buying. I don't know. We might go to Colorado. They're playing some good hockey. They're in Vancouver. It's a late game. Maybe we'll go do that as well. 2 to 6 here on the Jason Gregor Show. And then the month of giving as well. Today, 2 really good packages. One's going to be the Chop Steakhouse package at Ellerslie or downtown location. You and 5 guests with Carius, Steele, Douglas, and Schmid from the Sports 1440 morning show. 5-course dinner with wine pairings and your choice of beverages. It'll be next year, preferably in the first 6 months of the year. And then we also have the whiskey tasting and holiday beverages from Sherbrooke Liquor.
Yeah, $1,600 currently the high bid on the morning show dinner.
Okay, that's good.
J-Dog, I believe, currently holding that bid.
Yeah, well, you got to write that down for us. How do we know?
I just told you. Yep, J-Dog, $1,600.
J-Dog. All right, J-Dog. If you want to go higher, then I guess the bids are rolling in. So,
as someone that got to experience this little ordeal for the first time this year, it's well worth it. The food alone is unreal. Like Connor said, 5 courses, starter, salad, soup, your main with the sides, and then dessert. That's all great. The drinks, etc. But like getting to hear guys like Laddie and Eddie tell some stories from their playing days, stories that they can't tell when they're co-hosting on the show. They're not quite AM radio appropriate, but they're funny, details, usually a little outlandish at times. Even a guy like Kevin, he's got more than a few good ones in his pocket as well.
Yeah.
From his years covering the biz. So it's I really recommend it. I'll be there too, mostly as someone to help clean the tables, clear it for the staff, and keep things moving along.
He'll be pushing drinks.
Well, the group that bought it this past time, I did join them at their invitation at the casino afterwards.
There you go.
And I did bring a little bit of luck at the craps table. I wasn't playing; I was just observing. And Schmitty, the guy, he went on a nice little roll with the dice.
Well, get your bids in 1-833-414-1440. Raising money for the Christmas Bureau of Edmonton.
Bryce said he wanted to bid on this, but I can't help but notice it's quite silent here now that we're talking about it.
Crickets.
Got to put his money where his mouth is.
Okay, well, there's two trains of thought up when it comes to me shoveling when I did. Sean says if you're shoveling before 7 a.m., you're waking people up for sure. Make 2 paths for your tires and get going.
But what about, like...
Well, let me just... MTR says it's Thursday. Most people are up anyways, Connor. I wouldn't worry about it. Both neighbors, immediate, lights on inside.
So I don't have to shovel anymore. I'm living in an apartment building. But in my last place, I would shovel the little side path up along the house to my entrance. And then a lot of the time I would just shovel the sidewalk out front too, right? You know, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah.
I leave for work at like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's only going to take me a couple minutes to do this small amount. Is that bad of me? Like, that's when I'm doing it. It's snowing. I don't want to have to do twice as much when I get home from the overnight snow plus the snow during the day.
I don't think so.
Like, you're waking people up shoveling snow?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not the worst. Now, if I was using my snowblower, I would I wouldn't use my snowblower. I wouldn't even use my leaf blower. But the old manual shovel, I think we can get away with it. B says, we don't have alleys in my neighborhood, so I back onto a house, and this dude was making a habit of mowing his lawn in the dark this summer, which was obviously after 10 p.m. After the second time, I snapped and went right back to the fence and asked him when he would be done because we were trying to get to sleep in my house, and he never did it again. And, you know, you handle your biz. If someone would have came out and been like, hey, man, it's early, I probably would have backed down and said, you're right. I've just been up since 5:30, and I just didn't know. Time means nothing to me anymore. Shovel when you need to shovel, in my opinion, from RBS. MTR says it's not a loud thing. Snowblower is obviously different. BG says you're all good shoveling early in the morning. 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. quiet time, if we're being honest, from Corey and Leduc. Well, that's what I'm hearing, bylaws. Kind of a rule breaker. Kind of a bad boy.
Oh, you like bad boys? I'm bad at everything.
I shovel before the bylaw allows it. Some people think that makes me a goody-goody, but nope, bad guy. Sean had texted in. If I bid and win the Chop Steakhouse package, can I just have Laddie Smead join and Phil Carius and Eddie spot with friends? No.
I texted him back and said, in my opinion, you want Eddie along, for sure. But if you're interested in pigeon tossing Carius and me, I get it. Tell you what, if you bid on this and win, I'll give up my spot for another one of your friends. Sean. Specific to Sean.
Yeah, just Sean.
Just Sean.
Duke will sit out. Duke doesn't want to go anyways.
That's not true. I want to. The food is so good.
Yeah. My sister's coming in from Australia. And
I'm Australian, mate.
Well, we'll do a dinner. And I think Chop is going to be the spot because the steak there, delicious. MTR's dad used to shovel at 4 a.m. No complaints ever. Bryce said, $1,600. What am I, made of money? Well, usually Brandon pays for my meal when we go out. This seems like a real loss for me, even if it is for charity.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, Bryce. You were very interested in this yesterday. He texted me, or our group chat. How do I win this? I'm like, well, you don't win it, Bryce. It's an auction for charity. Okay, well, how do I put bids in? You listen to the show.
So
and
what
text
if
in.
Bryce and Brant and Bront and Braden and Brick and Bronson, all your friends start with B's.
Blake,
all put in like $300.
Because there'd be, well, max 6. Yeah, well, hey, if there's 6 of them, they each put in a few $100. I guess like 1,800 would be a start if it's 300 each. I don't know if they're interested in that.
I mean, that's what I would do, Bryce. Maybe Bryce
rally the troops.
maybe the boogeyman leads the way with like 500 and says, all right, who's going to match me? It's for the Christmas Bureau.
It's a great cause.
It's going to a great cause. So let us know. It's only $1,600. That's a steal of a deal right now, if we're being honest. Sean says he's not calling you guys pigeons. Just for the record.
I know. I'm the one that used that phrase. I'm happy to in describing myself and Kevin, especially compared to the likes of Eddie and Laddie.
Yeah.
Even if Laddie's mean to me all the time.
Jeremy says you're doing the early people a service by shoveling. Yeah, you know what? We got walkers in our neighborhood early. Now, when it's minus 22 out, I don't know if they still do, but, you know, the rig says snow shoveling isn't part of the noise bylaw. It's the quietest way of clearing snow. Okay, I'm vindicated. I'm not going to get a ticket. Bryce follows up, says, Connor, if you need some muscle for this bylaw breaking, I hear Brandon's unnamed buddy will also be there for you.
It's Bryce. He's talking about himself.
That's what I need. And that's the support I need. Bonnecourt Greg says, you should cook up some shrimp on the barbecue when they come from Australia. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think they want to come to Canada for shrimp.
Especially Alberta.
we got Alberta
the
beef.
Freshest shrimp right out of Mamio Beach.
Yum. People firing up their diesel trucks is louder than shoveling. Yeah, absolutely. In the words of Ocho Cinco, I am not the bad guy here. I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm going to have to go home and shovel again, but I'll do it tonight at like 6 o'clock before the Oilers and avoid the late night one.
I need to figure out how to get the block heater cord unclipped from the inside of my bumper so I can use it.
Sounds like
I tried
for your unnamed friend.
I tried last night when I got back from Wings, and in the dark, I could not figure it out because I've never used it. I've never used my kind of clipped in on the inside of the back of the bumper, front bumper.
Yeah.
And for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. So that's today's task.
Just like, you need scissors or what?
Well, no, but like, I don't want to break it, like reef on it. Cause like, it's kind of nice to clip it back there again, if possible. So then when I'm not using it, it's not like dangling and banging around, right? When you're driving on the highway. But I don't know if that's going to be a possibility or not. Like I said, it was dark. I couldn't really see.
Okay. Well, MTR says you need a flashlight. Scuff Darren follows up saying, it's a noise bylaw. What about the shift workers who start sleeping at 2, 3 a.m.? Well, I guess I woke them up maybe at 4 a.m. Or wait, 4 hours after they went to bed. I don't know. Here's the thing. A lot of people saying shoveling is okay. I'm not using a snowblower. I'm not using a leaf blower. I'm not doing anything like that.
And if you're doing it fresh enough, you're not like chiseling away, scraping.
Oh,
like,
I would never.
I get it. There's a little bit of a natural scraping sound no matter what. But that seems pretty minor.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. If any of my neighbors are listening and they have a concern, come see me, and I won't do it again. I highly doubt I'll do it again anyways. I'll just wait till 7.
Rarely do I have that much motivation at that time in the morning.
Yeah.
It's a rare occurrence.
I just didn't want my wife to drive on the snow and then make it harder for me later. I was just trying to get ahead of that. We can all sympathize with that, right? Lars texting in, our good friend Lars. In Australia, they call them prawns, not shrimp. Well, there you go. I don't think they're all shrimp fans, to be honest. Justin says I'm a jerk. Shoveling before 7's a jerk move. Well,
this is surprisingly split.
MTR says this guy really loves bylaw. Sounds like a Fed. Relax, buddy. Well, it's a polarizing topic.
Right up there with our shopping cart conversations, amongst others. This will go in the register as like one of the more controversial and polarizing things we've discussed on the show.
People are split. Well, it's really just 2 people that are against it, but that probably
50-50.
Half the people are just like, who cares? Oilers played tonight.
Why are you guys talking about this?
Oilers and Wings tonight. Coming up next, Lowdown Low Tide. They'll be breaking that down 100% and a whole lot more as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 to do it all over again. Right now, Sports 1440 update with Sam, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Oilers at home tonight as they look to put another win on the board tonight as the Red Wings come to town. Puck drop at 7 p.m. with pregame coverage getting underway at 6. 12 other games in the NHL tonight, including the Sharks taking on the Maple Leafs. Lightning taking on the Devils. Flyers hosting the Golden Knights. Ducks go head-to-head with the Islanders. Avalanche square off with the Panthers. Bruins and Jets go head-to-head in Winnipeg. And Sabres heading to Vancouver to wrap up the night. Week 15 getting underway in the NFL tonight as the Atlanta Falcons take on the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Kickoff at 6:15, and off the field, star linebacker TJ Watt has been hospitalized after feeling discomfort in his lungs. Only 4 games in the NBA tonight as Clippers head to Houston. Celtics take on the Bucks. Pelicans host the Trailblazers. And wrapping up the evening, the Nuggets take on the Kings. And more MLB contract news as closer Robert Suarez has signed a 3-year, $45 million contract with the Atlanta Braves. Coming up next on Sports 1440, it's the Lowdown with Low Tide, and this has been your Sports 1440 update with Sam Wilness.
This is Sports 1440.